Morning and welcome to another Start the Week stamping. I'm just adjusting the grid paper there. My name's Linda. I'm based in the UK and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. You can find all my details at lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and this week I thought we'd do something a little bit different, and I've done a fun fold, which also is a money holder. So inspired on the Chinese tradition of giving money in red envelopes, I thought I'd make this with the red and gold. So it's just a money wallet, and as you can see, it will hold £10. It will hold 20. I'm not sure if it'll hold a 50. It's a while since I've held one of those, so I don't know. But I've used the scallop contour dies, but I'm going to do it just with a trimmer today. So if you haven't got the dies, you don't need to use them. And also, this is from the scallop contour set as well. So the one I'm going to make today is slightly different. So let's get on with it. So what you need to start with is half a sheet of A4. So that is 21 centimetres by 14.85, and I have scored that, I knew I should have written this down, at 5 and 14. So from the long side I've scored at 5 and 14. So you've got a narrower flap and a wider flap. Then I have a couple of pieces of gold card. So this one is 7.6 by 14.4, and then this one is 11.5 by 9.5. Okay, and then just a couple more pieces here in the real red. We are at 8 by 14.4, and then this one will be 7.5 by 13.9. Okay, so I am putting this on my blog, and there'll be a link for it down below, and it'll have all the measurements on there as well in case you missed those. Oh, there is always a rewind button. And then I've got these super thin Velcro dots, which, as you can see on the example, which I've put to one side, I'm just looking up so you can see, yeah. So one side's fairly clear, so quite unobtrusive, and the other side is white. So I'll put that on the front. So there's your loops and there's your hooks. And I bought those off Amazon, where we get everything other than Stampin' Up stuff. And that, let me get the packet. Here we go. They're by Velcro, and they are called Thin Clear Fasteners. And I got the 3/8 of an inch ones, which is 0.9 centimetres, and you get 56 circles, so that's 23 pairs. So they last forever, but they're nice and thin, which is what I like. They're called low profile. That's what you want to go for, thin, clear fasteners. I find them invaluable for boxes, bags, money envelopes, so they work really well. Okay, then you also need some more bits of card. I've already done the stamping and cutting. So I've cut this using the largest of the scalloped contour dies. And I've already done a video before about how to do this. But basically, on a piece of card, you cut out one side. And I used a piece that was about this wide. So, and then you turn your die around and you line it up with your die cut, and then I just rolled it to here because I didn't want to ruin these two corners. So the other thing you can do is just put your plate to there, and then that won't ruin those other corners, and then you can get any size you want within reason, because you need whole scallops really, otherwise it looks a bit daft. But you can cut various widths and various heights of dies, and I did a whole die cuts, and I did a whole video on that, as I say, which I will put in the links. So
I'm not sure I understand. Is there something else
See, even Siri doesn't understand, so, feel free to replay if you need to. And then for the sentiment this time, I use the new stylish shapes dies, which I absolutely adore. And you can see from here, so there's a little sort of punched effect on the outside, but there is on the negative as well. So if you wanted to do like a peephole card where you've got a number of circles with images inside, it's got a lovely edge to it as well. So sort of double use and lots of nice shapes. That's in the new annual catalogue. And it's a standalone die set. It doesn't come in a bundle or anything. So it's in the back of the catalogue. Right. And the stamps I've used are from the Colour and Contour stamp set. Right, let's get started. So I'm going to do the inside first. So I'll pop those off to one side. Okay. So, and the first thing to do is to glue your small white to your small red piece, which gives sort of a backing. And I was thinking if you wanted to write a greeting, you could write it on here, or you could pop a white piece on the back of the finished project, so you could write on there. Or even, I was thinking you could put one on the inside, but you'd have to watch with your Velcro where that ends up. Okay, so there we are. And then I found the easiest way to work out where to fold the gold card was actually to mark it. Now you're not going to be able to see the bottom anyway. So I'm just popping that in the middle, and then I'm getting my pen and I'm just going to mark just one side, just to the side of where the red is. So there's a little bit of space there. Okay, and then I'm going to get my trimmer out. So the first thing I want to do, because I do want an angled top to this one like I had with the other one, but I'm just going to use it in my trimmer, and I know that I want that one higher and that one lower. So we're going to pop that in here with the corner to the trimming line, and then I'm going to put it, I need to score another centimetre, so I'm actually going to put it about there. So that is what, if we're measuring, it's about 5.5 centimetres from the bottom. Okay, I'll just pop that in there. This cutter is at the wrong end. Always try and cut towards a point, not from a point, because you're almost guaranteed to crumple the paper. Nursery, I don't think I'd use that. So we'll send it to nursery, they'll find something to use it for. So, and that's what I do with my scraps. I've probably told you before, but anything that isn't big enough to keep and use again, I send to my granddaughter's nursery. And Wednesday this week she came home with a project made out of some Stampin' Up DSP. It's very pretty. It was a little bracelet she'd made for herself. And she was very proud of it. So although I wouldn't have it that I'd given it to nursery. Because nursery had it, so it wasn't from me. Right, okay, so I'm babbling. So I've scored on both pen lines and then 1 centimetre up from the bottom, and I'm actually going to chop these corners off. So I'm just going to go diagonally across because I don't want any overlap here, because it's already quite a thick card without adding any more. Okay, chop those off, and I'm now going to just fold. I'm burnishing with my finger because my bone folder's gone AWOL again. I do have a 16-year-old who's so-and-so for borrowing my stuff. It's amazing he's lived so long, the number of times he's used my material scissors to cut all sorts of cardboard and things. So fabric scissors are for fabric, that's why they're called fabric scissors. Right, and then I'm just going to slide that onto here and then glue these flaps in place. Okay, so either use liquid glue or tear and tape because it needs to be quite firm. Just check that it's in the right place before that completely sets. So I'm using the Stampin' Up multi-purpose glue, or the one I can get. It's not actually Stampin' Up, it's Tombow, but I get it from Stampin' Up. There we go. just doing the last one. Just finishing off. And there we go, so we've got our pocket there. And then we're going to pop that onto our card. So, yeah, so with the wider part, which is the 7cm part, as the front, so it's got a little turnover there and then a larger turnover on that side. And then I'm just going to glue this, just double check it's going to fit. It is. Just going to glue this inside here. So I just found it easier to make this pocket by making it separately rather than trying to do it straight onto the card without the backing red. Was a bit messy to say the least. So okay, so that's going on there. And that's your pocket done. So, and I'll just show you how I popped on the Velcro dots, which are not in that envelope, they're in this one. Yeah, you do need to keep an eye on your Velcro dots because they are quite small. So I'm just separating them out into 2 pairs. When they come, they're on separate sheets, and I just put all the 2 sheets together, a loop and a hook together, so that I've got a sheet of complete ones. And then you check, and that one, don't know if you can see, that's the clear one. So I want the white one there. And I'm just going to put that. I found when I put one in the middle it was a bit gapey, so that's why I'm putting 2 on near the top and near the bottom. And again, finding your white one, which is this one, and gluing that down. Okay, and then I just take off the second backing. Sometimes they come off easier than others. Sometimes you do have to hold it down, and then literally just close. Okay. And then gently open. There you go. As I say, they are really useful to have. Right, so that's the pocket. I'm just going to decorate the front now. So in keeping with the red and gold theme, I've got a piece of gold card. Sorry, the cellophane wasn't coming off. So, piece of gold card, and again using the wet glue because, or tear and tape. To be honest, I might be more inclined to use the tear and tape, but that has disappeared. It's probably with the bone folder. So, who knows why or what. Certainly isn't making any cards. Okay, so we're just going to pop that, because with the glue you've got some wriggle room, but if you get glue on the piece of foil you want to see, it's very hard to get it off. Okay, and then you'll see on this one, the one I prepared earlier, I've used a different flower. So this is the actual stamp and die cut out, but I wanted to use the single red flower. So what I'm actually going to do is trim this. So I'm basically just trimming off the flowers. And keeping the stem. A bit there. Just going to actually neaten that up because it's a bit straight. There we go. And I am going to chop off this top bit here because I don't want it showing. So now I've got a lovely stem that I can put the other flower on. So just little dots of glue on this, and just pop that there so I can position the stem where I want it. So little lines, little dots, making sure you get the extremities. That's the main thing. So let's grab the tweezers. So, yeah, so I am going to pop that down. Let's just move that flower out of the way. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to use a couple of dimensionals to add the flower. We're on, oh, we've got one whole one. Then we're on the thing. A fellow demonstrator from the US called Connie Stewart calls them the bones of the dimensionals. So, but waste not, want not. And then I'm just going to take the tops off these. Position the flower, position the sentiment, and then I'm done. So, and I just thought there's two little gaps in the die cut, so I thought I'd put it so we could see the stem through the gaps. So I've done this one a little bit over that side compared to that. And then because I've used a circle on this one rather than the oblong, because it's a more square sentiment, it's just where to put it. It's going to have to go in the middle. And again, some dimensionals. So you can go there. And you can go there. That should be enough. Do like my sentiments to be straight. There we go. I'm so very happy for you. So a wedding gift, somebody who has just passed all their exams, although you're absolutely amazing, might be more suitable for that one. Also new baby, a little gift of money in there. So as a little treat, or just as a thank you. And as I say, you can decorate the front any way you want. There we go. Just going to open this just to make sure I'm straight. And I'm not. Because when you've got the red on red, it's difficult to see the edges. So there we go. Okay, so now I have a number of these that I can give to people. So happy for you, also very happy for you, and to your amazings. I think you'll agree they're really pretty and a lovely way to give some money. So I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.